opens up the box and plays the game. He never reads instructions cause they're lame. He's Bowser. Oh, he plays the game so badly. His eyes are twitching madly. He's here again so sadly. He's Bowser. Oh.
Hello, right, as you can see from the title, I am revisiting Bubble Bobble just a week after I did the comparison video for the BBC Micro, Commodore 64, Amstrad CPC and the ZX Spectrum versions of the game that was released by Firebird in 1987. Of course, a very successful conversion of the Taito arcade original game. Now, consensus seemed to have been that the Amstrad version fared the worst out of the lot of them. I never thought it was a particularly bad game. I used to play it a lot with my friends, on my friend's Amstrad, but it received sort of like less favourable comment than the remaining versions. No one particularly slagged it off, but it was lacking music that the other three versions had. And the graphics were slightly blocky and not particularly great. But the game itself I thought was fantastic. I've always loved Bubble Bobble. Once that video, which incidentally I will link in the description box below, was published on YouTube, someone popped up, Dave L I think it was, in the comments section of it and pointed me to the fact that a remake, Bubble Bobble 4CPC, had been released in 2011, which fixed a lot of the common causes of complaint of the original one, the original Bubble Bobble. In particular, the lack of music and the style of the graphics, etc. And I've just been playing it, and it really is great. And I want to show you it. And also in the description box below, along with the link to my previous video, there'll be a link to where I actually got this from if you want to go and try it out yourself. Now, please bear in mind, if you are veterans of the Amstrad CPC scene, you will no doubt know all about this, but I am fairly new. So this is a sort of like revelation and an eye-opener to me. So I do apologise if I'm bringing you very old news, but I'm quite excited by this. Now, I thought it would be good just to very quickly revisit the original Bubble Bobble, which I will do here, if I can spell properly, using my DDI USB 3 thing from Zaxxon, which is an absolute godsend. And what I'm interested to see and hear from you, I'm just going to give you a very quick revisit of the original Firebird release of Bubble Bobble. And then we'll go into Bubble Bobble for CPC, and it's going to be running on exactly the same machine, so there's no sort of like tomfoolery or trickery going on, etc. So let us get into the official release of Bubble Bobble, which I've already shown you. It's only going to be a couple of minutes, but just to refresh our memories. Okay, see you in just a sec. Okay, here we are, a very quick revisit to the original Firebird release by Software Creations of Bubble Bobble, just to remind you what the Amstrad version is like. So here we go. So there we go, we all know the premise of Bubble Bobble. Won't go into it in too great detail, as I already covered it quite a lot in the previous video. It'll just be repetition. So I'm very interested in any other remakes there may be of officially released games that have been subject of fan-made remakes. I don't know an awful lot about the Amstrad CPC scene at all, so anything that is worth checking out, please let me know, because I really am interested in it. Like I say, having played Bubble Bobble for CPC, I'm really impressed with it, and I'm hoping to see if there's any similar sort of games around. Right, anyway, that was Bubble Bobble, the original Firebird release, and I'm now going to show you Bubble Bobble 4CPC, the remake from 2011. Okay, welcome back. Right, here I am just about to load in Bubble Bobble 4CPC from CNG Soft in 2011. Now, again, I've already said I apologise to you Amstrad scene veterans, etc. This is clearly old news to you, but I'm very new to the system, so I find this quite exciting. Let's just get it going. Now, please comment with your impressions of this when you actually see it. It's going to take about 30 seconds to load, or less than that, I actually think. But it really is good. Now, as a fan-made remake, I'm not sure of any others that there might be for the Amstrad, so if you would kindly shout out any others that I should check out. So let's redefine my keys. I for left and O for right. Can't do P because P is for pause, so that's why I have to have I and O. So space and Q for jump. Right, let's do any old shit for player 2 because again I'm Billy No Mates. And let's go. Now, instantly you're going to see the difference. This is great. This is absolutely great. This is, you know, bear in mind the official release had none of this. It's brilliant, and instantly it adds so much to the flavour of the game. I mean, the graphic style is much, oh dear, the graphic style is so much more pleasant on the eye. Of course there's the sound, which adds an enormous amount of atmosphere and gives you much more similar to the arcade experience. The graphics are much nicer and more colourful, less blocky, they're bigger. It seems to mirror the Commodore 64 version quite a bit. Now I wonder if when you jump you get... No, you don't get the animation of his eyes going up when you look at it. But just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. This is on the same CPC 464 that I've shown you the original version of, so it's not any kind of trickery or anything. Everything is as you see it, and it is just a work of art, really. Oh, you got me. Oh, damn. So yeah, I'd love to see and hear what your thoughts are if you knew this game back in the day. Amstrad fans, when you play Bubble Bobble, if you're aware of this version, do you revert to the original, or do you play this and just ignore the original? Now, you can see that I don't really need to show you an awful lot more of this, because you can see what an absolutely fantastic program it is. And, you know, this is, if only it had come out like this back in the day, basically, it would have been an instant classic, wouldn't it? And it just shows you what the Amstrad is capable of, because it's brilliant. It's brilliant. Like I say, if you want to check it out, if you've got a real CPC 464, I will give you the link. I think you can also download it to play on emulator as well. A much more brilliant, much more accurate representation of the arcade machine than the original is. I don't know why they made the choices they did with the original when it's capable of this. You know, that's not to say the original is bad. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I never had a problem with it. But it just pales into insignificance alongside this version. Oh. It's great. Okay, so there we go. Bubble Bobble 4CPC What could have been, what should have been, really. Please, please, please check it out. Again, my apologies to the Amstrad veterans for covering a game that's been out for many years, but it's a total surprise to me. If you like the video, please let me know. If you wish to subscribe, please do so. But if you do subscribe, as ever, please, please, please take the time to join in with the conversation, because that's what it's all about. Thank you ever so much for watching. Take care. Goodbye.